Well. It's a deep subject, isn't it? Let's see if we can help some people today. Tammy has new sunglasses. That's awfully nice. Let me put up a few items I've been working on. Uh, let's see. Okay, get this into the chat and here, and I'll also put it in. Let's see if that all the way comes through. That maybe will. I hope so. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll probably talk about those today. It's some research I did recently, and see, things change all the time. These things keep growing, and with Doge going on and Trump, there'll be some ripples in there, but 99% of the time, it's not going to affect you. And even if it does, there are other things that affect you too. That you have to learn how to, get through all that stuff. I mean, no matter what you do in life, there's going to be problems. There are going to be roadblocks. There are going to be left turns, right turns. Hills to climb. Things to push through. And that's what life is about. And if you don't practice doing that, you won't know how to do it to get things done in life and to do the things you want and to get out of the situation you're in now. And that's why I'm devoted to government programs, because I think this is the only way everyone in America could get help to solve their financial problems or to change their outlook on life, to change their life entirely. I mean, that's what these government programs are set up to do. In other words, as a community, and that's what the government is. It's our community, that we decide what to do for other people in the community. I mean, it's just like maybe you live in a little community and you help each other and things like this. Well, as you get a bigger nationwide, then we do the same thing, but on a bigger scale. And sure, it gets problems because we start doing things maybe we shouldn't and have to cut back, and we're probably in one of those things now. But the basic programs for people to get help when they need it is always going to be there, because that's what America is all about. It's about people coming to this country, and like my grandparents, and finding a better life and creating a life for everybody to improve on it. But for the last 50 years, the people who've only gotten good stuff out of the government have been the rich people. And I hate to say those kinds of things, but because America is for everybody. But if you just look at income alone, and you've seen me show this, I mean, in the last 50 years, 90% of us didn't have any income growth at all, 30% in 90 years. And the top 10% had 200% growth. So you got 30, they got 200%. That's 90% of everybody. So that's not just the majority, that's 90%. So that's why prices are too high for you, because you don't make an income. So lowering the prices, to me, another way is to raise income. Why are people, certain people only getting the income? Because what we're doing as a country, we are growing. So the country grows every year. Okay, that's the consumer price index. But the output of the country grows every year, and it's growing as much as the consumer price index. But everybody's not getting advantage of it, and that's the problem. So you don't have the income. So now you have to fix that. Now there's the easiest way, I think, is to fix that is to look at government programs, because that's what the government programs are there, is to improve people's life. And I'm trying to find this. I guess I'm not going to find it in time. What we're creating more of is billionaires and people in poverty. Okay, so millionaires are growing. People in poverty are growing. Right now, we have more people in poverty than any other developed country. And that's this chart I showed you, I'm sure, in the past. So we're 17% of people in America are in poverty. The average is about 9–10%. So you could move to Canada and almost have a half as many people in poverty than we have. So if you're not getting part of our growth in our country, then our country's growing, inflation's growing, but wages aren't. So it seems that the answer is not cutting prices. It's increasing income, I think. But I'm not smart enough to know all that kind of stuff. All I'm smart enough to know is that there is a lot of help out there for people who are suffering like that and people who can't make it happen in America anymore. So that's what I want to do, is teach you about the programs that are out there to help you fight the slings and arrows that's going to happen to you just because you live in America. Well, you probably live anywhere. Life is about handling problems, not about having an easy life. No. And that's how you grow. If you're not handling problems and doing that, then you as a human stop growing. And you want to keep growing because that's what keeps you alive, as long as you keep growing. When you stop growing, then you're going to look at dirt on top of you. That's what, when I wake up every day, hey, I'm still above ground. Yay, yay, yay. And that's what I do. So I'm trying to educate everybody in this country because the fat cats know this. I mean, why are they all over Donald Trump now? Because they know they could get more money from the government than anywhere else. And they're going to get more of our wealth because that's what rich people do. They figured out how to use the system and bleed it to death. I'm sure they're not all like that, but the instinct in capitalism is that, it's like how much money you could get before you die. I think it should be how many people can you help before you die, not how much money you could get before you die. And what do? They go to the moon. We have a 17% poverty rate. And these rich people who are going to the moon, well, maybe in the long run, I mean, that's important to do, I'm not sure. But it seems that we should take care of our neighbors first. But again, I may be old-fashioned or whatever. Listen, did that come through on, oh, I guess it did. I'm not sure it did. On the chat. Did that come through on the chat? My links? I don't think it did it, huh? Oh, let me try it again. Okay. But I can't seem to get it through. Come on. How do I do that? Why won't it go through? Okay, maybe it's in there now. Maybe it's too big. God, why isn't that doing it? Okay, let me go to the chat again. Okay, I don't see it on the chat, so I guess nobody else sees it on the chat either. Let me put it in smaller pieces. Maybe that's it. Okay. Copy. And no matter what happens with the Doge and Trump, what they're doing and trying to cut the government down, just ignore that. Just keep going ahead. Maybe you'll run into some issues that when you talk to somebody and they can't answer your phone, you're just going to have to wait longer on hold or something. But don't let that stop you. I mean, you're going to let 20 minutes of extra work stop you from changing your life? I mean, that's crazy. Or you're going to wait until life is perfect before you start changing it? No. There's enough out there for everybody. And you have to start working on it. And that's the key. If you don't work on it, nothing's going to happen, okay? That's a free tuition. Oh, look, Harvard's giving free tuition to people with incomes under $200,000. See, those poor people that can only make $200,000 need help paying to their tuition. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, that's why whatever you think about the government, you think you know, you don't. I mean, there's just so many programs. And now I want to do a little exercise right now, okay? So everybody, open up a new tab. If you're watching me on one thing, open up a new tab, please, okay? And let's go, I'll open up a new tab and put findhelp.org, okay? Okay, put findhelp.org. And now when you get there, put in your zip code, okay? I ask you to go to findhelp.org. See, the people in America that help you for free and don't charge you money are people with websites that end in .org or .gov. So you want to go to findhelp.org, okay? And put in your zip code. I'm going to put in mine. Mine is 20009. Okay, and then hit search. So, is everybody with me now? My ding ding is red. I don't know what that means. Hi, Matthew. So anybody working with me here? He's doing. Well, hey, this is the way you learn. You got to do something. You got to practice. You got to see if this works and how it's stupid or useful or whatever. Okay. So when I put in my zip code, it comes to a page and it shows you how many programs are in my zip code. So what kind of programs are these? Okay, these are every program, and I have 3,500 programs in my zip code. Every one of those programs give out free money or help to solve a problem, okay? This is the community part. This is the 40% of America that is here to help each other, okay? So you wanna know how that, because you need help. We all need help. So this is the 40%. See, 100% of America isn't all capitalism. Only 60% of America is capitalism. 40% of America is the community part, where people help people. And that's what this is. Find Help is a good place to start to find where people help people, okay? And that's what they're doing. None of these people are gonna charge you money, okay? And so that's why, go along with me, please, because it's one thing if I could get people. I can't get help with my credit. Yes, I'll show you how to do that. If you're on, are you following the class? There's free legal help with your credit card. See, all these problems you have, I swear, there's help, okay? What else you have? Raphael, I'll let my, hello, I like people, okay? Happy to see you again. Oh, thank you, hello. Okay, just follow you. Okay, so yep, you have to get on findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and when I do that, in my zip code, I got 3,500 programs that give out free money. Now see, what most people do is they go to Google, and you'll get 200 million programs that say they help you, but they all want money from you, okay? So you want 200 million programs, which you're never gonna live long enough to figure out which ones are for you. Or do you wanna go to findhelp.org and just find the ones that are there in your zip code to help you and never ask for your money? They're your choices. I don't see any other, I've been doing this 50 years, and I don't know any other way. That's why I believe in this so much, because you don't have an option. You know, you're gonna go out and try to do things, and everybody's gonna ask you for money to get things done. You can get those things done if you know the alternatives. See, the alternatives don't advertise. That's why you don't know about them. So you're going to Google, wasting your time, wasting your money, and not getting anywhere in life. I mean, that's how I see it. Maybe you're not. Maybe you have some money. I mean, there's all kinds of potential ways to do the things that I talked about. But it's all, the help is there if you don't have money. And I think most people now, if we have 17.5% people in poverty, and we have 90% of people who have not seen a wage increase in 50 years, well, actually it was 30%. But that's not much, because inflation is 200%. So you're behind the 8 ball. You can't live. You don't have enough money. You have to change that. okay? That's the important thing. You have to realize that there are options to change that, because you don't know the options because most people just go to Google and all they find is people that want to get money from you to help you with your problem, okay? We don't live in a society that everybody wants money, okay? That's not true because you could get these problems solved, but it takes work on your part. It's not going to be easy. It may be, but you'll be lucky. And if I tell you it's easy, you're going to quit because it won't be. And I don't want you to quit, okay? That's the important thing. Some comments in the live were filtered to protect, okay? Followed by a live creator, don't know what that is. Invite independent, I don't know what that is. Live, question marks are covered, that means answers. Well, you have to ask the right question, That's why we're questions. But now I'm into hearts. I'm more into hearts than questions. Because you won't do anything unless your heart is in it. I wish to help with student loans. I got over $160,000. Well, find out. You go to studentaid.gov and call them. You may have to wait online. That's okay. You want to know your options because there are options, okay? You call them and wait online on hold to talk to somebody there, okay? I created my own app. Well, that's great. Now you have to get customers. Okay, the other thing you do if you have a debt like that is make an appointment at hud.gov/counseling. Please make an appointment. You're not going to get problems solved unless you talk to experts who solve this kind of problem every day of their life. Probably, 100 times a day, And so you want to get that help. And don't go to Google looking for help because they're going to charge you money one way or another. Even though they say, oh, you won't pay anything. They're getting money on the back end. So you don't want that to happen either. So you want to go to hud.gov/counseling, hud.gov/counseling. Okay, let's get back to class, people, okay? You had a little recess there. Let's go back and get on findhelp.org. I got to my zip code, which is 2009, and I see 3,500 organizations that give out free money and help for anything. Here are the subjects they cover. Food, so you don't have trouble paying for food. Okay, you go food here, and okay, housing, okay, paying for a house, maintenance, residential housing, temporary shelter, goods, you want to buy stuff, clothing, or not buy, but get free diapers and formula, baby clothes, clothes for work, blankets and fans, books, assisted technology, medical supplies for free, personal safety, toys and gifts. There's 39 places of toys and gifts in my zip code. Transit, okay, you need bus passes, you need to pay for a car, you need help for gas, you need transportation for healthcare. All those things are free and give you money to cover that. Health care, dental care, end-of-life care, health education, pay for health care, medical care, mental health care, sexual and reproductive health, and vision care. Okay, you click on any one of those, you'll see dozens and dozens of sources locally. You need financial assistance, so raise your hand if you need financial assistance, right? Okay, well look at this, you put in financial assistance there, 685 organizations. Now, did you ever think in your zip code, there are 685 organizations that help you for free with money or expertise to help you with financial assistance? Wow. I mean, I don't know why people aren't using this. Maybe because it takes a little work, or whatever. You're gonna call somebody and they'll say, oh, we don't do that, and then you say, okay, if you don't, can you suggest someone else that does? See? And this is how it works. And then you find somebody else and they say, well, we don't do that. Then you ask them for they, and that's what it is. Unfortunately, there's no shortcut. It's making dozens of calls and finding the right place for you, okay? And you never want to apply for a grant unless it's absolutely necessary, without first talking to people who give out the money. Because if you talk to, otherwise you're gonna waste your time, money, and everything. You wanna talk to people who give out the money to ask them, does it make sense for me to apply for this? Because if you don't do that, you're just spinning your wheels. And also, see, if you call the people and ask them to apply, and they say, no, this isn't for a person like you, ask them, where else can I go? Because they're gonna know other places. They're the only people, they're the best people to ask for where else to go. People who solve this kind of problem that you have for hundreds and even thousands of other people. So that's financial assistance, 685. Care, okay? Animal welfare care, right? Community support service, day care, end-of-life care, physical safety, residential care, support networks, all that for free. So you're a caregiver or you need caregiving, that's where you want. Education, pay for school, more education, preschool, screening and exam, skills and training, okay? All that is there. Dozens of these people. Find work, this is for work, find a work. Pay for work expenses, skills and skills training, support employment, workplace rights. You feel screwed over in the workplace. Okay, what are your rights? Free legal help like that. And then there's a different section on legal help. 270 organizations in my zip code that cover for legal help on anything you want. Legal aid, adoption, citizenship, discrimination, identification, recovery, understanding government programs. Wow, understanding government program. So instead of paying $20 to me, go here, because there's 88 lawyers that'll help you, 88 different organizations of law organizations that will help you understand government programs. Wow, the help out there is enormous. The help out there is great. The help out there is free. You're gonna have to learn how to use it. If you have money, then you don't have to learn how to use it. You could pay for it all. But if you don't have money, you have to learn how to use this. So you to survive, for you to thrive. See, this can help you thrive. How to get a job, get the skills and training you need for a job. So you can go to this website and put job training, JOBTRAINING, okay? Put that in, and what do you get? 347 organizations in my zip code that give you free job training. Free job training. 347 organizations in one zip code. See, that's what the situation you're in. You have this access to you. So it may take a little work to figure it out and to use it. If you haven't used it, you haven't figured it out yet, right? Because what you think it should be is probably not that, so you have to learn what it really is. And you ask stupid questions. You get on the phone and ask them, hey, I'm screwed, I need to get a better job. Can you suggest where I get training? That's all. Just be human. Humans want to help humans. They don't want to help robots. So don't try to email and tag. That's a robot. It's no fun helping a robot. It's fun helping humans. So be human. Let humans help you. That's how you get help. You let humans help you. Let's see, what do we have here? What was the website for the government program? Whew, what government program? Unlock Your Goals. Yeah, Tammy. We just put a new one up on Unlock Your Goals, Tammy. It's how to start a nonprofit. Okay, money and help for starting a nonprofit. Need help with cataract surgery, and I'm a senior. Okay, Stephanie, go to Unlock Your Goals. Go to the section on healthcare, getting healthcare. Okay, lots of help for cataract surgery. Okay, I did have, yeah, because there was a special thing in there, a report in that healthcare section for eye problems. Yeah, anything like that. So make sure you know. Dental is in that too, Melissa. So you have to go to the Unlock Your Goals in the healthcare section. There's a special tab just for dental. And it's a series of places to start checking. So to make sure you don't miss anything, okay? And we take you through that step by step. okay? So make sure you see that. Unlock your goals, the greatest thing we've done. Okay, this is a brand new section. And we have one on paying your bills, we have one for starting a business, we have one for housing, and we have one for healthcare, and we have one for starting a nonprofit, okay? So all that is there for you to follow. You have a question, we have a section there that people have questions that help each other. And we have special people that answer those questions in those subject areas. So keep asking questions, and there's also workshops on that subject. So they're weekly workshops to help you there. How much is income based for which I don't qualify? So much. Well, some are, some are. I mean, there's only about 20% of the programs have any income base. Okay, Cherise. So it's where you're looking and what you need. So they're different all over. And you're right, there are programs that have, particularly the basic programs. There's about 7 or 8 basic programs. SNAP and things like that, and TANF. I mean, they are, and the income will probably be up to $50,000, $60,000, if that. Depending on the size of your family, depending on where you live, and things like that. But other ones for housing, income goes up to $150,000. Daycare, again, up to $200,000. I mean, they're all different programs, different. Business, no income requirements. So it all depends. Yeah, you won. Let's see, government counseling. Thank you sincerely from your heart. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Benny, hi. Unlock your goals, Tammy. Yeah, we try to keep Tammy unlocked. And Tammy thrives when she's unlocked. Try to sit on Tammy, man. That ain't gonna work for Tammy. David, hi. Would never assign my life today to an early 19th. My mother drove a Cadillac. My father drove a Porsche. Wow. I had an Apple computer. Times out all my homework. I said, wow. I have an MA. What's the secret? What's the secret to my insignificance? Don't know. I would start getting help to figure out what you can do. I don't know if that means you want to start a career or what. I mean, I think anything, you can start a career anytime. I would try to find out what is in demand where you are, and go to the Career One Stop and your local community community college. Yeah, community college. They have so many quick programs, that train you for skills that are in demand where you are, to start earning income or start doing the hustle yourself on the side. We have a list for that too. She can't get her feet, she bounces around. Yes, that's, are you talking about, Helen? Oh, what was the website for a government program? Not sure which government program, unless how can I get help for being homeless? Okay, for homeless, I think the best thing to do is, okay, if you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, okay, and, oh, I misspelled help. Put in your zip code, and then put in homeless and see what comes up, and call every one of the people there. Start up a business. Okay, May, go to unlock your goals. Okay, on the left-hand side, just unlock your goals and apply and start on the one for starting a business. It's all there. Okay, by the way, members, today, midnight tonight, is the last day to apply for our March 20th grant for rent. You need money for rent or mortgage. We're giving out $15,000, okay? So do that. Make sure you apply. You have until midnight. And then tomorrow or the next day, we'll have a new one up there. So if you miss it tonight. Okay, let me see if I could help Helen here. Helen, beautiful Helen, 84111. You're the only woman I will ever adore. One will in the moonshine. Misspelled it. Okay, there are 80 organizations where you live homeless. Okay, call every one of them. I mean, it may not require that, but if there's an option, how long you've been looking for help? See, so what the hell if it takes you 2-3 days to call these people? They're gonna. There's a better chance of getting help there than anything else. Anything. You could go and Google your heart out, and just nothing will happen. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sharice. What a glad thing. Yeah, yeah, it's real, right? I tried to find a grant for startup business. Okay, May, that's it. And Sharice, that's sweet of you to say that. Sheila, what are you up to, Sheila? She can't get on her feet. She bounces around from place to place. Who's that? Who can't get on their feet, Ellen? Oh, for your sister? How can I get help for being homeless? Is that for your sister, Melissa, or is that for dental? Okay, the dental help is in in your goals, yeah. And we have a thing on healthcare there, so you want to do that. Unlock your goals, yeah. You need help with cardiac surgery, yeah. Okay, let me see. Maybe there's another way I could get that, maybe. Maybe, baby. Maybe, 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 baby. Maybe, 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 baby. Maybe, baby, baby. Maybe, 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 baby. Maybe, baby. I love you. Maybe, baby. You do too. Okay. Let me look and see. I used to have that stuff. We're changing so much stuff. I can't keep up on it. Okay. Here. Now, this is also in that healthcare, but you're looking for help with eyes. Here, the eyes have it here. You want to share? I want to make sure this is share. Anyone with the link? Good. Okay. Done. Copy the link. Okay. Help for eyes. Okay. Again, so go to this report here and look under all the people there for eyes, and then also go to the section on unlock your goals and download the report on that. Oh, Tammy found it in the old one. See, Tammy and I are old school. We're building a new school here, and we got to learn the new math. Do you go and join now for unlocking your goal? You don't have to join. Yeah. Just go there and it's not a join money thing. It's just to be part of that group. Everything we do is just $20. You never charge you extra for anything. No upsells, no, special deals, no box seats, anything. Everybody's the same. Okay. I joined live as a guest. Good. Okay. Benny. Benny sounds like an Italian word. Benny. Hey, you give him a Benny. Where is Benny? That's Clifford Woods. How are you? Hi, Benny. Thanks for all you do. Mohammed, yes. How much income case? Okay, Sharice. HUD counseling. Gotta keep looking. Gotta stretch your mind. Good afternoon. Hi, Georgiana. That's nice. Okay. 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 Hello, let's go fight. Hi, Ingrid. Okay, remember, you have to do stuff. You have to call people, ask for help. And if that doesn't work, ask them where else to go. So it's all about, daisy chain thing, this leads to that, leads to that, leads to that, and it will eventually lead to something you never knew to ask for because you didn't know what was there. That's why I started with the question marks, because we don't know the right questions to ask. But now, even if you have the right questions, if your heart's not in it, nothing's going to happen. That's why your heart has to be in it. Listen, life gets short as you get older. I mean, look, I only have about 10 years left or more. And nobody's going to make me happy but me. Nobody's going to get me money but me. You know, you have to do it. We're all that way. So you have to go out, create the stuff. Here are the tools. And as you use these tools, you will create your own sources. And that's what you have to do. We all have to create ourselves. But you have to believe it's there. And the only way you do that is to get a few little wins first. So be sure you make a bunch of calls first and see what you could get. Okay? It ain't gonna come to you. You gotta come to it. Okay? And that's what our life is. Okay, guys? Okay, I gotta go, gotta edit some videos to get out, and then have dinner. It's 4:30. I go to early bird specials because I'm an old fart. I remember in Florida, every restaurant had early bird specials, and all the gray hairs were there. Well, thank you, everybody. We're working on making Let's Go Help Better every day. Julia is the mastermind behind that. She's the lady behind the curtain that knows how all this kind of stuff works, trying to make it easier for everybody. No matter what we do, I know it's not gonna be perfect. We can't satisfy everyone all the time. That's why you have to ask questions. And if you get a stupid answer, we forget, ask it again, please, because there is help out there. And I really believe that. There's help for everybody. You just have to be, I guess, in a mindset to accept it and enough energy to follow up on it. As I say, it's not going to come to you. You have to come to it. Please let me help you go to where you need to be to get the help you need to live a better life. We live in a country and a society that really does help people, but you have to find it and you have to dig into it, okay? It's like oil under the ground. You have to dig it out to get it, but it's there. Yes, I've been doing 50 years, and I've never been disappointed that it's not there. And even if the process of going for it will lead you to something else that you didn't even know to ask for. And that's the important part. So you have to keep learning. Life changes, whether you want it to or not. It's changing. It changes every day. That's why programs come and go every day, okay? So let us help you get what you need to change your life, make it better for you, so you could be kinder and nicer and love more people. And that's what I think. But that's a biased opinion of an 81-year-old man, so don't trust me. Just go out and do it.